There's two main drive systems available in electric bikes today. One is the hub motor. The other is motorized bottom bracket that is the Optibike brand, or alternatively called a mid-drive system. And the major difference between these is the hub motor drives the rear wheel, or sometimes the front wheel, and it's basically a fixed gear system. The mid-drive systems, like the Optibike motorized bottom bracket, is driving the front chainring in parallel with the rider. And the big advantage of this is it's going through the gear system of the bicycle to give a mechanical advantage so the bike has optimum efficiency when climbing hills or on the flat. So it has optimum efficiency at all times. The hub motor only has optimum efficiency at one speed. So it may be set for 20 miles an hour, but when you climb a hill, that efficiency goes down, sometimes by a factor of 4. And what this reduction in efficiency means is that your range is greatly reduced because the energy draw out of the battery is much bigger on hills with a hub motor, so your range is decreased. The Optibike motorized bottom bracket system is the best mid-drive system made. Other companies such as Bosch and Panasonic are large volume producers of mid-drive systems. This is an actual Optibike motorized bottom bracket. You can see how small and compact it is. The Bosch system is over 2 times the size of this, yet the Bosch system is only 250 watts, and these motors are capable of 1100 watts. So you have a much more compact system with more power. So it's lighter and it's smaller. And the same with the Panasonic system. You'll find it's about twice the size of this, but only 1/4 of the power. So this is the very compactness. And what does that mean to you? It means with the Optibike motorized bottom bracket system, we can build a bike with full suspension and correct handling. With the larger Bosch system, you can't put the wheels in the right place, and the whole ergonomics of the bike are restricted by that. As I mentioned earlier, the motorized bottom bracket drives the front chainring in parallel with the rider. So the rider is turning the pedals, the motor is also turning the chainring. So this is all going through the gear system of the bicycle to give the efficiency, whether you're on the flat or climbing a hill. Your efficiency is always the same. And that's what's critical about the motorized bottom bracket system, is you're both driving the front chainring, so you're working in parallel together. Now the Optibike can be ridden just like a regular bike and pedaled, and it has no drag from the motor as some other systems do. With those systems, you're running against the motor, so it's actually slower to ride than a conventional bike. Most people say the Optibike is easier to ride than their conventional bike. So the other way you can do it is the motor alone. You can use it just as a motorcycle, and the motor will turn the front sprocket and ride it sort of like a scooter. But the best system is when you're pedaling and the motor together, and you get the optimum efficiency. And it's one reason the Optibike is such a great weight loss machine, because the motor is working with you to improve your riding and let you go up hills you wouldn't normally able to do. So each of our bikes is built for the customer. The bikes have the customer's name on them. We know the customer's dimensions, and we hand-built the bike specifically for that customer. We only build a few bikes at a time to ensure the quality and provide the best performance possible. So when you buy an Optibike, you're buying more than an electric bicycle. You're buying into a family, a heritage that is really not common in the world today. You're part of almost an inner circle of dedicated people who are focused on building the best. And you just don't find that anymore. We're not interested in being the biggest company in volume, but building the best. All our parts are made in the USA, and like most of the parts, they're machined from solid billet on CNC machines. Whether it be the gear carrier here, or our axle system, all this is machined from 4140 steel and heat treated. We take the time to do the details to make the best bike. At Optibike, we're very proud to incorporate Rollhoff 14-speed internal hubs on our bikes. These hubs are handcrafted in Germany and have an incredible reputation around the world for durability and ease of use. We switched to the roll-off about 3 years ago because of the durability and also the ease of shifting. These gears can be shifted at a stop, and we don't have the derailleur system anymore, which frustrates a lot of riders when the chain jumps around and goes out of adjustment. The roll-off never goes out of adjustment and just keeps on going, and it can handle the power of the Optibike. So these are basically trouble-free, maintenance-free, and a joy to ride. They also have an exceptionally large gear ratio, so you can actually go high speeds and climb the steepest hill with just twisting one shifter. You don't have any front sprockets to confuse you. At Optibike, we're dedicated to performance and building the best bikes possible. That's why we only use Fox suspension, both in the fork and the rear shock. We use this because partly of my long history with Fox. I won the Canadian National Championship when racing for Fox, and they also sponsored me in the 250cc World Championship. During that time, I was doing development for Fox in both their motocross fork and shock, and they were the leader in motocross suspension. They then moved into bicycle suspension and continued their performance orientation. The other reason we use Fox is they're an American company and they're made in America, and that supports our dedication to the best performing products.